So let's hand over some cars. We have the first 30 production cars here being charged right now, right there.
Hello guys and welcome for another video. I cannot believe that I'm actually making this video. I've been waiting for this event since 2016 March and it's finally here. Tesla has handed over the first 30 production Model 3s. And we have also finally gotten the last final details about the Model 3, kind of. More on that later. So in this video we're going to go through the event and we're going to go through some of the highlights and some of the surprises and maybe some disappointments. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, so let's jump to the point that everybody wants to see, and that's the final details of the Model 3. So here they are.
Okay, so let's talk about the specs for the Model 3. There are two main variants. There's the standard and the long range. The standard, well, is going to be $35,000 for a 220-mile range. It's going to be a fast car, so the acceleration will still be well under 6 seconds, 130 mile an hour top speed. And then you can also get the long range one, which will have a range of 310 miles. Yeah. And be about roughly 5 seconds 0 to 60, 140 mile an hour top speed. So it's going to be a really great car. I think you will not be able to find a better car, gasoline or electric, in that price range that is anywhere near as great.
When it comes to the specs, there was definitely two surprises for me. One was amazing and one was sort of a disappointment. Wow, 310 miles of range, that is insane. Because the reason why that is insane is because there's all these Tesla killer cars that are supercars that are coming out. For example, like the Porsche Mission E that claims to beat the Tesla, and they're going to have an over 300 miles range. And the 44,000 cheapest Tesla Model 3 just beats it straight out of the box. So that is a very, very pleasant surprise, and that is awesome. But on the other hand, when it comes to the acceleration, I guess I was one of those people that Elon Musk tweeted about a few months ago, that there seems to be a confusion in the public's eye that the Model 3 is like a smaller version of the Model S. And he was saying that the Model S is always going to be the high-end, the fastest accelerating. I guess I didn't fully get that, so when I saw that the fastest acceleration is 5.1 seconds, I was a bit like, yeah, that's not so fast. But if we compare it to what is out there in other cars, that's like really, really fast. I mean, my Nissan Leaf does 0 to 60 in 15 seconds, and compared to that, it's like 3 times as fast. So it's really, really fast, but it's just, we are spoiled brats by Tesla and we have these gigantic high expectations. So that was a small disappointment for me, but it's still an amazing car. So let's move on to the inside.
Yeah, so let's go to the next part of the interior. We aimed for something that was a very simple, clean design, because I think in the future, well, really, future being now, that the cars will be increasingly autonomous. So you won't really need to look at an instrument panel all that often. You'll be able to do whatever you want. You'll be able to watch a movie, talk to friends, go to sleep. Every Tesla being produced right now, the Model 3, the Model S, the Model X has all of the hardware necessary for full autonomy.
When it comes to the inside, the internet has been buzzing over if there's going to be a heads-up display or not, and how the inside finish is going to be. And one thing that is remarkable here is that the original concept car that Tesla showed off in March, there has been extremely little changes to it when it came to the final production version. So I guess they did an extremely good job in making that concept car. This is the final design, that's what it is, and I guess the no heads-up display is something that we just have to get used to, but Elon is saying that because the cars are becoming increasingly autonomous, we just don't have a need of looking at that. And I'm looking to see, or waiting to see, what it's like to sit in such a car. I cannot really give an opinion on it before I try it. It might be something that I don't like, but I guess we have to see with time.
So let's take a look at the safety video. So on the one hand, you've got a car that is one of the safest cars in the world, a Volvo S60. There are a lot of cars that say they are 5-star, and they are sort of 5-star. That's not a scientific metric, but even though they are something like the Volvo, great car, by normal standards, very safe. The Volvo is arguably the second safest car in the world. But I think it is obvious which car you would prefer to be in an accident.
All right, so now let's look at the two most important questions that is on your mind right now. I'm sure one of them is, when am I getting my Model 3? And the other one is that there has been a lot of news circulating that the superchargers are completely full and there's no more place. And what is going to happen with the supercharger is if Tesla is going to triple its fleet with the Model 3. So let's see what Elon has to say about these.
In terms of production, the thing that's going to be the major challenge for us over the next 6 to 9 months is how do we build a huge number of cars. I mean, and frankly, we're going to be in production hell. Welcome. Welcome to production hell. Then a frequent question I get asked, I noticed it popping up on Twitter quite a lot. Where is my Model 3? Sometimes not phrased quite as nicely as that. Well, we're building the cars as fast as we can. We're going to drive this ramp as hard as we possibly can. I have here a chart, so if you were having trouble falling asleep, then this chart might help you. The point is to give you a sense of how manufacturing actually works. There are 10,000 unique parts in a Model 3, and these are coming from all over the world. About 2/3 come from North America, and about 1/3 from the rest of the world. But as you can see with this chart, which looks like we're being shot with ICBMs, almost anything that goes wrong anywhere in the world, if we haven't buffered the supply chain, will interrupt the production progress. When you have 10,000 unique items in a vehicle or any object, any one of them can slow down the production process. So the production rate will move as fast as the slowest and least luckiest component in the whole mix. And then you're probably wondering, okay, will I be able to charge my car? Well, this is like probably the second most common question I get on Twitter, like, the supercharger is full, what is wrong with you? Why are you such a huge idiot? I'm like, sorry. Okay, we are tripling the number. By the end of next year, there will be 3 times as many superchargers as there are today. So that should really help out a lot. And essentially, you'll be able to go almost anywhere in North America, Europe, Asia, Australia, and many parts of Asia and the Gulf area by the end of next year. Eventually, you'll be able to go anywhere on Earth.
So wow, this is it. This is about all the data that right now is available. I'm of course all over the internet to find out about more. Tesla has awesomely not released how much the kilowatt-hour batteries are going to be in these cars. I'm guessing that the short range is 60 kilowatt-hours and the long range is 75 kilowatt-hours, but nothing released on these. Also, the design studio is not released, so no clue how much the things are going to cost. Right now, the only thing that we can see is it does start at $35,000 and the long range one is starting at $44,000, and I'm guessing if you use all the specs on the long range, the price is going to be around $60, $65, maybe $70,000, but we just have to wait and see. If you are just as impatient as me, Elon Musk has stressed one more time how much he cares about delivering the Model 3 to us on time.
I want to just say to those that have lined up to buy a Model 3 and that in some cases spent days outside of our stores to be first on the list, I just want you to know that really matters to us. We really care. And we're going to do everything we possibly can to get you the car as soon as possible. So we're going to work day and night to do right by the loyalty that you've shown us. Thank you for doing that.
And this is really a nice message, and it's really true. And I just want to say hats off to the Tesla team for pulling this off. Originally, they planned to release the car in 2019, and they have just had so much skeptics when they announced that they pulled forward the production. The news was all over how Tesla is never going to make it. They were late with the Model S, they were late with the Model X. But against all odds, they made it, and very well done. And we are truly living in extremely exciting times. Thank you very much for watching the video. This is the end. Make sure that you subscribe. And I just want to mention that me and my wife have a project. We have an online art gallery where we are featuring new artists that are not so known yet. And if you're an artist or you're interested in art, please check it out. That would mean a lot to us. And it also supports the channel. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon with more Model 3 videos. Ciao!